What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This time I have a battle against Solduke, who has a pretty badass looking team, and I also brought some pretty sweet guys myself. I got a new Azelf, and I also brought a Regirock that I've just been kind of messing around with, but other than that, I think you've seen everybody else on my team, so, you know, we're just, this is a pretty interesting match in which I got to showcase my extremely hyper-offensive dude, so. He's leading off with a Nidoking, and I have H-Face out here because he definitely has a fat H on his face, and I was like, that is my Pokemon right there. Predicting the Earth Power, I go straight into Azelf, and this presents a nice opportunity for me because I know he's going to switch fearing the Psychic, probably going into his Dusclops, so I went for the Shadow Ball on that prediction, and that actually is perfect because that is what he does. He brings out his big-ass red button, which actually, you know, Dusclops does have a big red button right in the middle of his face. I want to press it. What happens when you press that button? It's probably something awesome. So my Choice Specs Azelf is too powerful for that shit, so he actually decides to bring back in the Nidoking, who is going to take more than half from the Shadow Ball. And then I actually had, for some reason, thought that he was going to have Sucker Punch, but then I realized he was a special attacker, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to stay in, and just ended up killing it. He had to fodder off his Nidoking because he actually didn't have anything else to come in here and take a Shadow Ball. I guess his Machamp could have probably done that better, but I don't know. Maybe he wanted to save his Machamp. Either way, this Machamp actually does start to kind of fuck me up because he goes for the Bulk Up, and I'm like, okay, Machamp, I see you over there, muscly arms. You think you're cool because you're fucking buff, bro? H-Face doesn't give a shit. He takes your Dynamic Punch right to the face, and he lives it. But he actually gets confused and then punches himself square in the H-Face, which is like, what the hell, bro? Come on now. I actually lived it with 4 HP, though, because I'm a damn boss. But unfortunately, he is able to kill me with a Stone Edge. Actually, I think he was predicting my Whimsicott to come in, but I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to let Regirock die. So at least now we're even. We've both kind of lost things due to stupid reasons, so now I can bring in Pimcrow, and I actually just went straight for the Brave Bird, and he stays in, which is unfortunate for him because that is a dead-ass Machamp. So that's nice, got the Machamp out early. Considering my defense wall was just killed, that's perfect. And now I've got the Moxie boost, so basically Pimcrow's ready to fuck some shit up, you know what I'm saying? He actually now brings out Grapes, which is kind of a bummer because Pimcrow doesn't really fucking like grapes. He's like, ew, those things are disgusting, especially the purple ones. What the fuck is this? And I actually bring out Sup. So this actually wasn't a very good play on my part. I feel like I should have just gone straight into Whimsicott because for some reason I thought he was just going to switch or something. I actually just kind of brought in Muck just to be safe. He goes for the Scald, which burns me, which actually then kind of renders Sup useless. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go for the Poison Jab. Get the little Poison Touch poison on that bitch, so that's kind of nice. Quagsires can definitely be a problem, but not really to my team, honestly. I do have a Whimsicott, and I also have Hidden Power Grass on my Magmortar, so this Quagsire shouldn't be too big of a problem, but I actually let it kill my Muck eventually. He actually shows me that he has Earthquake, so that's kind of a bummer for my big purple blob over here, but you know, he doesn't really care because he's burned and he's useless at that point. I actually should have brought my damn Titty Milk with the Heal Bell on this shit, but now I actually kind of thought he was just gonna Earthquake again. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna save Muck for some Death Fodder later. It's gonna come in handy probably, so I go into Whimsicott now and take a Scald to the face and get critical hitted, but I don't get burned, so I was like, yes, thank you God. So yeah, now I can actually scare this thing away with a Giga Drain, or I can go for the Leech Seed on the switch, but after I clicked Leech Seed, I then realized that he does have a damn Go-Goat on his team, which should have been an obvious prediction on my part, but I actually just went for the Leech Seed, and he brings out Mr. Gadget Flow over here, which takes the Sap Sipper and raises its attack, and I was like, holy shit, this is scary because these Sap Sipper things really counter the fuck out of my Whimsicott, so that's kind of a bummer. I do have to switch. I didn't really know what he was going to do, so I just kind of went him to Sup for some little Death Fodder action. But he actually goes and switches out, which was kind of weird to me. He actually goes into his Sphinx, which turns out to be a Manectric, but it's not the Manectric that I thought it was. I'll tell you what. He actually, so he doesn't Mega Evolve this first turn, which led me to believe that he was saving his Intimidate for something later. But I actually just went for the Shadow Sneak to get some damage off before I go out like a boss. And Sup, you kind of failed me this match, but you know, whatever. Muck has actually been putting so much work in like every battle I've had. I go into Azelf now, and actually he outspeeds me, which shows me that he's a Choice Scarf Manectric, which was kind of like, holy shit. Good thing Azelf was at full health there. I'm able to go ahead and Psychic that thing, which is definitely going to kill it with this Choice Specs. Choice Specs Azelf is just too damn powerful. It's like so fucking fast, and then it can just hit like super hard. He brings out the Dusclops now. I don't feel like my Psychic's going to be able to kill it, so I'm like, you know what, Cannons looks pretty badass. He likes to come in here on these things. And he actually goes for the Pain Split, which I should have saw coming, which kind of sucks because all I can do to this thing is Flamethrower it, but I also know that he can't Will-O-Wisp me or do anything to me he can actually only Nightshade, which is only going to do 50 HP, and I realized that I can kill him with flamethrowers before that he can kill me with his Nightshade, so that's pretty awesome. I go for the flamethrower again, he goes for his other Nightshade, which is going to leave me at 8 HP. Cannons is like, fuck yeah, I get to burn some more shit, and he actually decides to switch out, saving his Dusclops, and goes into Grapes. And this is perfect because I was actually looking for this matchup because he doesn't think that my Magmortar carries the, or actually maybe he thinks that I'm some sort of choice here because I actually do have the Expert Belt trying to bluff the either Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. So now I am able to go ahead and Hidden Power Grass the hell out of those Grapes right there, and that is a dead Quagsire if I've ever seen one. That's actually like the first time Hidden Power Grass has come in handy on my Magmortar. I was like, yes, I got to click Hidden Power on him. Fuck yeah. So now he brings out Gadget Flow, which is going to take a flamethrower to the face, and surprisingly takes that quite nicely and lives it with enough HP to go ahead and kill me with an Earthquake, which is completely fine with me because I do still have my Honchkrow and my Azelf left, and it's kind of like, alright, who wants to sweep up the rest of this guy's team? I actually decide to go into Azelf because he's a sweet ass. What even is Azelf? He's like a weird pixie thing. I don't know. All I know is he's found on a lake. And he brings back memories. So I go ahead and sidekick that thing, which is definitely going to kill it, and all he has left is his red button, and Azelf is like, ooh, I enjoy red buttons. He goes ahead and presses that thing, and it actually results in that thing dying. So sorry about that there, Dusclops, and that was actually a pretty fun match. I just kind of wanted to showcase some new Pokemon I've been messing around with, and next match will actually be probably a team that is completely new. So I'll see you guys later.